everybody, it's Smashy here and welcome back to the channel. So today I've woken up, I've done my house chores and I've seen that we have been gifted a What's Next in Raid update from the Plarium team. So I've taken some time just to watch this a few times just so that I could digest all of the content releases from the team. There are some good things and things that are, well, I think would be a challenge for low to play and free to play, or things that I just wouldn't utilise that are coming to the game. But it is mostly positive, so I'm quite excited to go over this with you. What I would suggest is, because I'm going to keep pausing this and talking over it, this might not be the best way for you to watch this for the first time. So what I'll do, if you look in the description of the video, I'll put the original link in there for you. So without further ado and delay, I will start this off.
Hey everybody, it's been a while since we published our first What's Next in Raid video, and pretty much everything we covered in that video is live in-game right now, which means it's time for another video, and time for some more sweet reveals.
I just wanted to make a quick note that this game is celebrating its 2-year anniversary as we speak. And this is episode 2 of What's Next in Raid. So you can see that the team are becoming more vocal. I know that there have been interviews that have been done in the community as well. So hopefully, touch wood, Plarium are being more chatty, really, and happy to share the updates. So I'm happy with that.
This year, we want to release more of these What's Next videos so we can give you guys more regular insight into what's going on behind the scenes. We won't spend too much time discussing in-depth mechanics here. We'll cover those in the update highlights videos. Instead, we'll try to showcase as much of the meaty, fun stuff as possible. Let's get into it. First up, one of our biggest priorities this year, clans. We know for a lot of you guys, your clan is the most important part of Raid, and seeing all the tight-knit communities you guys have formed is one of our personal favorite things. And because of that, we want to put some focus on clans to give you guys more things to do together, and more challenges for you and your clan mates to overcome. This means we're going to be working on more clan-specific content, as well as some general improvements like making it easier to find a clan that suits your personal needs, along with a bunch of quality of life improvements. We'll reveal more about the major clan features when we've got a bit more to show, but for now, we wanted to talk about what's coming up in the very near future. Clan versus clan tournaments. You know how tournaments go. You do in-game activities, you earn points, you win things. That's pretty much the same thing in clan v clan tournaments, but scaled up. This means much bigger prizes and a much bigger list of objectives.
Just wanted to pause this here, just so that you have time to read what's on the screen. So there's multiple different things that's going to be happening with clans. So they have the tournaments on the screen. They mention clan challenges. These are very basic clan tournament entry requirements, so you must be in a clan when the tournament starts. So it's in your best interest to start looking for a clan as soon as possible if you don't have one already, because you will not be eligible if you join a clan after the tournament starts. Your clan must have 10 or more members, so that I imagine they want to stop people from soloing and collecting all the rewards. I think they want it to be a very interactive tournament. Your clan must have 50 clan activity, stars earned in the last 7 days when the tournament starts. Yet again, I think they want to have active members of a clan. So not only must you have 10 members, but those members must be active. So it means that you won't start, the people who are AFK as such will not get the rewards, I imagine. We would have to see. But anyway, they want to cut that out, and hopefully that will mean that clans start being a bit more active than they have been.
Objectives to complete, so you can work together with your clan, play to each member's strengths, and win as much as possible. But here's the big difference. It's a tournament against another clan. It's two clans competing against each other to see who can get their hands on the biggest prizes, as well as the bragging rights. With clans being such an important part of the game, this is one of our first steps to building a little friendly competition and taking clan rankings beyond a simple global leaderboard. It's important for us to get the matchmaking system right for this. So, for the first inaugural CVC tournament, clan matchups, meaning which clan fights which, will be based on each clan's positions in the global rankings. That way you won't run into a top 10 powerhouse clan if it's your second week in raid. After that first tournament, matchups will be decided based on how well each clan has performed in previous CVC tournaments. Now, this isn't the only clan versus clan thing we're working on. We also want to bring inter-clan PvP battles to raid. We don't know what form that's going to take or how it's going to look, but we're looking into a few concepts, so don't worry. We haven't dumped full clan member versus clan member battles in favor of tournaments. We want both. For now, let's move on to the reason you want to play clan versus tournaments in the first place. Rewards. There's a lot to win here. First, you get rewards for reaching certain point milestones during the tournament. Earn enough points, and everyone in the clan gets whatever reward is assigned to that milestone. Simple. Speaking of points, this...
Just wanted to stop it there. This is the milestone. So you not only have an overall prize that you saw at the beginning of this section for winning the clan versus clan, but when you gain so many points you start getting these rewards. So it seems like milestone 10 is the highest one, and just having a quick look at the rewards, I'm not sure what I think about them, to be honest. If you look at the milestone 10, this is, by the looks of it, on a tier system. So perhaps after this 300k points, you move on to tier 2. But from what we can see, these rewards are quite low. I mean, the highest milestone they're showing us is 1 epic book, 1 ancient shard, a 4-star chicken, and 5 core hammers. So I'm really hoping that the next tier will be a little bit more exciting, but it makes me wonder how easy these points are to gather, and how that will affect low to play and free to play. And I've accidentally done that.
The difference in points will also affect the outcome. See this progress bar over here? It will go back and forth as the clans compete, and the more points you beat the other clan by, the better your rewards. Of course, you winning also means the other clan loses, meaning no extra rewards for them, so don't expect it to be easy. And if all that's not enough, the winning clan will get a permanent CVC trophy on their clan info page forever. The more wins you get, the more trophies your clan gets, and the more objectively awesome it is. There are also some very special rewards on offer from Clan v Clan tournaments in the form of 2 new types of accessories. First, Blood Shield. Blood Shield accessories will give your champion a shield equal to 5% of the damage they deal after they...
So, I just wanted to stop it there just to kind of summarise my thoughts. So, it seems like the Clan v Clan in general will be focused on activity and what you can bring to a clan. So I think that I'm quite lucky to be in the clan that I'm in, and compared to some of the champion rosters that others have, with mine, I feel that I perhaps don't bring as much to the clan as they do. And it makes me wonder if clan places, because there is a cap on a size of a clan, it makes me concerned that am I going to lose my spot because I can't do all the faction wars. My PvP rating is not, very high in the arena. Like, how will this impact me? And in terms of dungeons, I certainly won't be able to do level 20s on every single dungeon. So how is this going to affect me? And yes, we have built a community in a clan. That's what clans are for. But am I going to be penalised by my clan, who at the end of the day, I'm just an online person too? It's not a personal game where you speak on comms or things like that, such as MMOs. It's a very impersonal game. At the end of the day, you are playing this game for your own reward rather than a collective team. So I think it would be quite easy to start removing people from clans, to be honest. And I'm quite happy where I am, and I wonder if that's going to be a challenge. The trophies, it's a shame that those trophies that it mentioned at the end there, they don't actually do anything. They're just kind of there for EPing, for loss of better words, that you have a trophy next to your name. It's a shame that at the end of a season, for example, there isn't a further reward for that team who's gained the most trophies and things like that. They just stay there for bragging rights. So now we're going into the accessories. There's 2 types, so I'll let it play on.
Attack, giving your squishy damage dealers a big boost in the survival department. And like always, you can equip up to 3 of them for an even bigger shield. Now, they won't give you a shield based on poison damage or from masteries that deal damage based on the enemy's max HP, because that would be super broken. But blood shield accessories are still very strong.
Just wanted to have a chat to you about blood shields. So, yet again, I've had some thoughts into the way they work. So the shields, let's just skip back a tiny bit. The shields are apparent after attacking. So going into battle, these shields will only appear after you have attacked. So those shields won't benefit you if you wanted to, you had, for example, a slow team and you were using them in arena. If your champions don't have the opportunity to deal any damage, then the shield just won't appear. My teams focus mostly on poison damage, so for me they're not going to be that useful. It does seem like champions such as Coldheart will be affected by this because she's HP focused. So it does limit the amount of usefulness that I can see. They didn't mention HP burn. I noticed they specifically made reference to poison or max HP based champions. So that makes me wonder if, for example, somebody like Ultimate Gaelic would be quite useful. Or if we're generally looking at perhaps champions with AoEs on their A1, such as Sinesha, could be a huge benefit. It would be nice to have speed with this. I think the key is to have champions with high speed to make sure those shields are applied. And then for the slower teams,
accessories are still very strong. Second, reaction accessories. They give the wearer a 25% chance of changing any incoming critical hits into normal hits when they get attacked before their first turn in every round. This makes them a great fit for slower champions who are in danger of being nuked out of the game before they get their turn. 3 reaction accessories means 75% chance critical hits will feel like a tiny scratch, making them perfect to counter those speedy nukers.
I really, really like the sound of these reaction accessories because in Arena at the moment, I find that I'm coming up against a lot of teams with high speed, and I struggle to get an attack in sometimes. So for me, this is fantastic, and it makes you wonder whether we will see the loss of, say, Gorgorab, and other champions who provide speed as an aura. Will we see more HP in defense? So Marta, for example, defense aura, Tyrell. defense aura, blind seer, and then you've got champions with HP like Miscreating Monster and Sir Nicholas. Will they start being more and more common? I think that for me in the arena, it would really shake things up a bit. And also, you know, people who don't have access to a lot of high-speed artifacts, I really struggle with high-end artifacts. Will this make a huge difference? Because I'm not going to be nuked down straight away.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and it'll also pave the way to some awesome goodies, so get your clan ready. For now, let's move on to the next thing on the agenda, champions. There's no lack of awesome new champions in Raid Shadow Legends.
So, very quick, the Shadowkin. I wanted to pause this here so we can appreciate the artwork here. So as you can see, it looks very Field of Battle. You can see the banners in the sky. The sky has a blood red feel, and you can see in the background it goes on, and it seems quite drab and barren and cold. You can see these wisps of cold air, the snow on the ground, and it's very obviously a oriental feeling with all the statues and accessories on the side. That's a katana. Very, very beautiful, barren warfield, and you can see that, you know, the enemies are nailed to posts with barbs and things like that. So it does really give you this air of who the Shadowkin are, and it's very obvious in their champion aesthetics, which are coming, that they do have an oriental theme, but it's just these simple design features that really highlight that for me.
But what about a whole new faction? Meet the Shadowkin. These mysterious warriors from the east are due to make landfall in Teleria soon, and no one knows what goals they pursue this far from home. Neither light nor darkness hold sway over them. Only strength and honor can win their loyalty. As you can see, the Shadowkin are heavily inspired by the mythos of medieval Japan, along with
another touch that when this is animated, you can see the sakura petals floating in the wind. So sakura is like a cherry blossom, and it's very, very common in photographs and that idealistic view of Japan, the sakura trees, and just to see the petals floating along in the wind, I think it's such a nice touch.
a load more Eastern Asian influences, and our artists had a blast adjusting them all to fit into the Raid universe. You can expect nimble ninjas, sharp samurai, ominous oni, and a whole host of mythical badasses. The entire faction is going to be attacker heavy and should provide some great new options and cool synergies to take on all challenges Teleria has to offer. We'll be adding champions to this faction over time, kind of like we did with the dwarves, so expect several batches of Shadowkin to arrive over multiple updates. And of course, we'll open up a Faction Wars crypt for Shadowkin when there's enough of them in-game. On top of these...
That is just amazing. I'm so in love with the aesthetic of those champions. I love to see like the staves, the hand blades, that the characters are using katanas, the way they dress. It's lovely, and they've managed to not make them samey. So you've got that elegant lady with the katanas, and then you've got like a Warcraft brewmaster type champion, and it also mentioned there's like an Oni theme as well. I just think that they've really managed to take on a whole culture, but be quite flexible with that way of life almost, that they've not just focused on one element of like a samurai or ninjas, or they've managed to capture an entire culture rather than a small portion of it.
these new additions, we're also working on a few more quality of life features to make your raid experience a little easier and give you a little more control. They're not features like a big new dungeon you can play through, but we think you're going to like them. First, we're planning to introduce champion tags, which will give you the ability to mark champions in your collection. This is going to be incredibly useful if you have multiple instances of the same champion built for different game modes or roles, or just with different artifact quality. You'll be able to know which is which just by looking at the profile picture, and it's going to make team selection much faster.
This is great for, as he was saying, people who in this case may have 2 or 3 civvies. You could have one built for arena and another one built for farming campaign, you know, whatever. This is not useful to me, I'll be perfectly blunt. It's absolutely fantastic for people who have umpteen of the same champion, like you said, that participate in different facets of the game. So I think it is a very, very worthy implementation, but not really for me, unfortunately.
Another one we're working on, which is my personal favorite, is an AI override system. This will let you predetermine the behavior of your champions when you set a battle on auto, which is going to make it much easier to auto some of those tougher levels or to set up more complex team compositions that will work right every time. Basically, you'll get to choose which moves your champions use and when. Finally, right?
That's absolutely fantastic. So even from my low to play perspective, I have champions that accidentally use shields on top of one another. Sia does Karma Burn at times that I really don't want her to. And I think that particularly people who set up immunity comps in Clan Boss and things like that, you're not going to have to set it up perhaps every single time. So I think that from all the way down to free to play, low to play, all the way up to the whales, I think that that's a really great implementation.
Beyond all the brand new things, we're also going to build on Raid's existing content. For example, the Doom Tower is going to get 2 new bosses, each requiring a unique strategy to take down. They'll add more variety and a bigger challenge to Raid's deadliest game mode, and we think it's going to make the tower even more interesting and fun to figure out. We're also going to add more dungeon levels, which will be both harder to beat and provide better rewards, which will give Raid veterans something to test their best teams against. We're also...
So, yet again, just a quick note there. Doom Tower, everybody knows that I do really like the Doom Tower. I think that trying to work out new comps based on what I have is a great deal of fun. It's not just a case of sending everybody in and hoping for the best. There's different mechanics that you have to work around, and so changing up the bosses sounds really fun to me. In terms of the higher dungeon levels, you know, I struggle to get to those very end levels at the moment, but I can appreciate for people who've been playing this game longer than I have, that the dungeon farming has kind of come to farming level 20 over and over again. So yet again, I think that that's really good to implement.
Also working on another set of missions. Getting the Arbiter is a big milestone in your raid journey. It's no easy feat, but we know a lot of you have already got there, so we want to give you something new to do. These missions will incorporate new things such as the Tag Team Arena, the Doom Tower, and so on. Completing them will let you get your hands on a unique legendary champion, and you can never have enough of those.
I thought I'd just pause it there on this fabulous looking champion. Is he a lizard man? It's a bit lizard man-y with wings though. Where's he gonna fit? So just going over that quickly, I really like missions in the game. I think that particularly low to play, sometimes it's difficult with energy and what are they called, gems and things like that, that these rewards do really help you be able to play a little bit more each day, and they give you shards and all different sorts of things. I don't actually have Arbiter yet. I've just reached the stage where I've got my second champion to level 60. So it's an ongoing work in progress for me, but it is something that I really enjoy. I don't want to be logging in and only having the energy to do the dailies and things like that. So I think that having other methods apart from just the events and tournaments to get different awards is great, especially as you say, people who have been playing this game for a long time that have already got Arbiter. It gives them that extra reason to start completing them once again.
Along with all of this, we're still going to be adding more champions to the summoning pool, and you're looking at some concept art for them right now. And don't worry, we're not forgetting about the old guard. A lot of our existing champions will be tweaked and rebalanced in due course. That's always one of our priorities. We also want to expand upon champion ascension. We don't want to just add more levels of ascension with the same old resources here. We want to make it a fun challenge and give you a real reason to do it beyond a simple stats boost. We're not ready to show our hand here just yet, but we'll turn one card over.
As long as they don't make it pay to win. Because at the moment, I'm having to farm those pots in order to ascend my champions. And it's not doing any harm. So as long as it's a quality of life increase, then that's okay with me.
Here's a couple of teasers connected to the feature to tickle your imagination. Any guesses what this tower thing will become when we do the big reveal? Leave them in the comments below.
So, this new tower, what could it be? I think, just looking at the aesthetic of these guys, obviously they're kind of cyborg enemies that are two beings stuck together. But what is apparent to me is kind of the Asian influence on this armor. So they're Asian-based cyborgs. Maybe this is the reason that the Shadowkin have become a part of Raid Shadow Legends. Maybe there is a backstory there that we're going to learn about. I'm hoping that this tower, as many advocates have also discussed, that this tower is going to be a method of farming books. I know that Ash, for example, you know, he's just one of the content creators who've been advocating for an easier way to have books in the game, because it's a bit challenging at the moment. But I think it's clear to me that it's going to be some sort of Asian inspired fortress with beings such as this. I'm not really sure what else I can say. You know, when I say Asian swirls, if you look at all this kind of detail here, and then if I skip all the way back to here, you can see that kind of swirls and circles fit within the Shadowkin aesthetic. So I think we're going to be looking at something very similar. The blades are a bit nondescript, really. They don't really have necessarily an Asian feel as such, but we'll have to see. And that's it pretty much. Let me just press play one more time for the wind down.
Here's a couple of teasers connected to the feature to tickle your imagination. Any guesses what this tower thing will become when we do the big reveal? Leave them in the comments below. And that concludes our What's Next in Raid video. These are just the things we felt ready to share with you guys, but we've also got a lot of other exciting things in the works too. If you like this video, you want to see more of these, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to make sure you always see these videos first. Happy raiding! In-game right now, which means a lot of other
one thing I wanted
exciting things in the works too.
Oopsie daisy, before I go, is that there is a little disclaimer down here at the bottom. I know you can't see it very well because of the UI, but essentially it says that everything is a work in progress and may not fully match the live update. So everything is still being developed. Hopefully it will be with us very, very soon. for the most part, I'm very happy. Let me know what you think. The Shadowkin are a huge part of my excitement. I'm really looking forward to that. And the Doom Tower, really, just a bit of a shake-up because it's been very samey thus far. But thank you very, very much. I hope that my opinions and the information I've provided have been helpful. If you would be so kind to hit a like on the video and subscribe to my channel, and then you'll be notified of when I will be back with some more videos for you. So thank you very much and have a lovely day. Bye bye now.